Well, today is a big day as the great statesman is being buried or being commemorated rather, and we are actually crossing over to the real images that are coming out from Lusaka there, and we just heard a little bit of Jakaya Kikwete, who is the fourth president of Tanzania, speaking there, paying tribute to the former statesman. We also have now Muketsi Majoro, who's currently speaking, but let's see if we can cross to our reporter, that's Arthur Davies Sikopo, to take us through the proceedings. Arthur, are you there on the line?
Yes, I'm here, and good afternoon, thank you.
Arthur, just take us through the proceedings and let us know how things have been in the morning. I was reading a piece earlier on that was stating that there were a lot of residents lining up in the streets with white handkerchiefs in hand, which was Kaunda's trademarks when he was conceding power, and this was a symbol to mourn the late leader.
Yes, and thank you so much for having me. In the morning, of course, we have had a situation where dignitaries that are coming out from the country, that is presidents from different parts of the country coming in. But before that, we had people lining up the streets as early as 06, because the general public was supposed to be in the showgrounds, or to be here in the showgrounds by 7:30. So we had people lining up the streets just to have a glimpse of the casket of Dr. Kaunda as it passed midway to the showground. So we, most of those that were on the streets lining up, some of them had the handkerchief, the white handkerchief, which was more of a trademark of Dr. Kaunda, as we have announced for over the years. And the mood was quite somber. Of course, others were singing songs, thanking the God Almighty for the life of Dr. Kaunda that he lived, of course, the contribution that he made to this country. So it was, of course, quite a somber moment, and it still continues to be a somber moment in the country. And later on, we saw international dignitaries stepping in, starting with the first one was Malawi's president just getting in early in the morning. That is the Malawian president, who is Dr. Shakur. So he jetted in the morning, and of course the other presidents kept on coming in. We saw the coming in of the Botswana president, President Hage Geingob, coming into Zambia. Also, Kenya's President Uhuru Kenyatta also came in. Mozambique Philip Nyusi is also in the country, and of course President Nyusi happens to be the chairperson for SABC. As of yesterday, we had Ghana's President Ado, who got in. Of course, maybe it's because of the distance from that particular end of Africa to here. We also saw this morning President Emerson Mnangagwa of Zimbabwe, and of course President Cyril Ramaphosa of South Africa also coming in this morning. Others, President Masisi, of course, being in the country, of course, sure. President Abore has mentioned, Deputy Prime Minister also is in the country, and of course, former President of Tanzania, President Kikwete, is in the country.
Tell us a little bit about the proceedings that are underway right now. As you mentioned, that there are a lot of statesmen that are in attendance. How is the atmosphere there? And tell us a little bit what has stood out for you.
Well, so from morning, as the dignitaries kept on coming in, we had our president, of course, be at here at the showgrounds earlier than any other dignitaries, just to have that is mostly under the international dignitaries. So as soon as the international dignitaries came in, they were taken to the holding room, and later on assigned in the book of condolences that has been put here at showgrounds. And people around, mostly those that are in the grandstand of the showground, Some of them have the white handkerchief and all. And the program, when the body of the President Kaunda was brought in, everyone had to stand up, of course, just to give us respect. And the procession then started. So right about we saw the procession starting with, of course, the prayers coming in and a sermon that was done by the church, where Dr. Kaunda used to go. And I must mention that Dr. Kaunda never missed a church service if he was in Lusaka. He never missed a church service. Even in his old age, he would usually go to church. That is in the church of Zambia, in Kabwata, in Lusaka. So after the church service, the ceremony which was conducted by the church, we saw speeches coming in, and of course we've heard from the representatives of different countries. Of course, our president secretaries from the state, and we also had we also have the representative of the Queen, who is James Davies, who is the Minister for Africa, who is representing the Queen. And in his message, he read a letter which was written, or a message of message which was written by the Queen herself, which described Kaunda as Kaunda's death as, of course, a great loss to the African continent, and of course, to the world. The Queen also.
Arthur, let me ask a final question because we're running out of time. We heard this morning that there seems to be a contestation on where Dr. Kaunda will be buried. Can you give us details on that? Because it seems like it's the same situation that was in Zimbabwe, where we didn't know whether he was going to be buried by the state, in a state setting, or in a funeral that is organized by the family.
Yes, so Dr. Kaunda will be buried on the 7th, which is this coming week, on the 7th of July. And we have heard some reports suggesting that the family wants the body of Dr. Kaunda, or Dr. Kaunda, to be buried at his farm in Lusaka, where to be buried next to where the wife Betty Kaunda was buried. So, but we haven't yet gotten the official statement from government confirming or denying those particular statements. But as the tradition, the Zambian tradition, and even just according to the law, it is a law that a president is supposed to be buried at a designated presidential site, which is, of course, where we already have one, where three presidents already are lying, which is Dr. Frederick Chiluba, the second president of Zambia, Dr. Manwasa, the third president of Zambia, of course, Michael Sata, the fourth president of Zambia, where they are lying. So we still have this issue obviously coming up, and we daily definitely update the nation.
I'm sure you'll give us an update on that, Arthur, but thank you for giving us your time and giving us that update on the live scenery that is underway right now.
Thank you so much.
That's our reporter who is right there in Lusaka, Arthur Davies Sikopo.
Welcome to Change Your Game here on Channel Africa, the African perspective. We're coming to you from Johannesburg in South Africa. My name is Asanda Peta.
What Judea Forum is about and what an opportunity it provides specifically for the audience of Change Your Game.
At Change Your Game, we believe entrepreneurs are the key drivers of tomorrow's African innovations and essential to creating a thriving African economy.
More support, just like invest more in young creatives and entrepreneurship, but actually do it. Don't just talk about it, actually do it, because there are a lot of creative minds, there are a lot of intelligent human beings in our country, so I think they should invest more in that and take it seriously, because it's a real thing.
Catch us every Friday at 900 hours Central African Time with Channel Africa, the African perspective.
You You are listening to Channel Africa. This is Africa Midday with me, Benjamin Mushatam. I'm standing in for Zikona Miso. Remember, you're listening to us on Channel 802 on the DSTV audio bouquet. And if you're listening to us on OpenView, we are on 826 channel. And remember, you can also find us on our website. We're on www.channelafrica.co.za. What thoughts do you have when you think of Kenneth Kaunda? Give us your thoughts on our WhatsApp number via text or voice note. The number is +27 79 028 7456. That's +27 79 028 2456. Now, in our next story, as the number of infections and the death toll from COVID-19 continues to rise in Rwanda,